What's up, what's up? It's your boy, Franco Westry, and welcome to episode number 4 of Motivational Moments. I have been given the assignment of being your coach, your cheerleader, your inspirer, your motivational speaker to get you ready for where you're headed to the next level of your life. Doesn't matter whether you're a student in college, high school, whether you're a doctor, lawyer, whether you're getting ready to start a ministry, pastor, preacher, teacher, you're in the right place today to be inspired for the next chapter of your life. Before we get too deep into it, let's go to the ultimate motivator, the ultimate inspirer, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for a word of prayer. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this opportunity to be here today to share tips and clues that you have left behind in your word to help us be our best self. You have a purpose for each and every one of us, so allow us to connect to it today to discover the next steps to get to the place you are calling us to. We believe that you provided wisdom to do it, you have provided direction to do it, so we tap into it today. So as I speak today, Lord, give me the authority. Let the words of my mouth connect with the baby that's on the inside of the people that are listening today, that it may leap into the next level. We honor you and we glorify you. In Jesus' name, and everybody said, amen. Let's get ready. Let's start the pep rally right now. Say, I will, I can, and I must. Come on, say it. I will, I can, and I must. That's right. I will get to the next level. I must get to the next level. And I can get to the next level. Are you experiencing extraordinary results in your life at the moment? Have you been attempting to increase your level of productivity, but for some reason it seems like you're hitting a brick wall? It seems like you seem to just come to a brick wall and you cannot unlock your maximum potential. Or perhaps you're in a season right now to where you're frustrated because you can sense the next level. You can feel the next level, and you know that you should be at the next level. You know you should be more effective. You know that you should be more efficient. You know that you should be more impactful. But for some reason, it seems like success or your full potential, like a pipe, is clogged up. It seems like just like a clogged pipe, your potential has no flow. You're in the right place today. Can I tell you that the version you are right now could be preventing you from getting to the next level? Could it be possible that you are not the person you need to be to get to the next level? Could it be possible, which is the subject of our motivational moment today, could it be possible that the routine that you have is not conducive to where you're going? Could it be possible that the habits that you're currently exhibiting or following are not conducive to where you are going? The great thing about it is success leaves clues. That's right, you see it on the screen there. Success leaves clues. There was a study conducted on the most successful men and women of today's time. And they discovered that there was about 7 or 8 things that each one of them did that were common amongst them all. I want to pull out one today to talk about, and that is that all successful people have a routine. All successful people have a routine. In fact, they are obsessed with their routine. If you look throughout their day, if you check their calendar, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second, their time is accounted for. There are no gaps of wasted time in their day. They have habits. Let's define habits. Habits are nothing more than regularly repeated behaviors that shape our lives for the better or the worse. Habits are nothing more than regular practice behaviors that shape our lives for the better or worse. Let's define routine. A routine is a sequence of actions regularly followed a fixed program. A routine is a sequence of actions regularly follow a fixed program. So in other words, the successful have habits. In other words, they have day-to-day behaviors that fit fit within a routine, a sequence of regular actions that attribute to their success. Which means if you are aspiring to be a better leader, your day should be filled with habits within a routine that assist you in being a better leader. In my case, I'm aspiring to be a better speaker, so my day should be filled to some degree with habits that attribute to bringing me to being a better speaker. Can I tell you, you want to write this down. A routine is the bridge between strategy and action. You see it right there on the screen. I want you to write that down. A routine is the bridge between strategy. In other words, strategy is the goal, it's the process, it's the plan that you have put together to reach your goal. Well, a routine is the bridge between that and action, because the routine gives you the systematic behaviors and action that you must do daily to reach your goal. What are you aspiring to do? Are you aspiring to be a better musician? Perhaps are you aspiring to move up a level in your company? Maybe you're aspiring to start a business. Maybe you are planting a church. Maybe you're trying to get your 3-mile time down or your 40-yard dash time down. I will tell you that that's locked in the routine and the habits that you are doing on a day-to-day basis. Now, there's no way possible we could perhaps talk about habits and routines and the most successful people in the world without looking to, I would say, the most successful leader, the most successful entrepreneur, the most successful goal reacher ever to walk the earth, and that is Jesus Christ. And we find, as we look in the Bible, we'll see that Jesus himself had a routine. Jesus himself had habits that he followed on a day-to-day basis that attributed to his success while he was here in the earth. He had a consistent routine that attributed to his success. Let's take a look. Mark chapter number 1 and 35. And I'm going to read this from the New King James Version, and it says this. Now in the morning, denotes time. Having risen a long while before daylight, he went out and departed to a solitary place, and there he prayed. The habit was prayer. The routine was he did it in the mornings. Let's look at Luke 4:16. I'm going to read this from the ESV version. And chapter 16 says this. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. That's where he was raised. And as his custom, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day, and he stood up to read. We see locked in this text here is that Jesus assembled together with like believers. He assembled together with people that thought like he did, with people that could help him get to his level of success. Are you surrounded with people that are going to help you get to your level of success? We also see in this that Jesus also read the Word. When it says that he stood and read, it is the Word. What are you reading? What are you putting into your system that's conducive to your next level of success? Luke 6:12 through 13. I'm going to read this from the King James Version. We're going to see once again another routine and another habit that Jesus exhibited. And it came to pass in those days that he went out into a mountain to pray. There's a habit again. And he continued all night. We see Jesus switching his routine. He's going from morning to day. Now he's praying all night. And when it was day, he called unto his disciples, and to them he chose 12, whom also he named apostles. Man, locked into the backside of that text there, we see Jesus going through habits and routines before he made a major decision. What are you doing before you make major decisions? What are you doing before you take on different projects and things in your life? Are you setting yourself in the right habits and the right routine? Last scripture, Luke 2:52. And Jesus increased, this is one of my favorite scriptures, he increased in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and in favor with man. We see that Jesus' routine, the habits that were locked in his routine, in other words, that routine, that thing that you do systematically, that thing that you do sequentially, that attributes to your day-to-day, those habits, those behaviors, we see that Jesus' routine and behavior allowed him to increase in wisdom, in stature, with favor with God, and favor with man. So what's the big idea? What trying to tell you? What's the big idea? I want to give you 5 things as we get ready to close. I'm going to give you 5 quick things. This week, I want you to reset your focus. Now, this is going to require a paradigm shift. Again, I can, I will, and I must. We must understand that success is not wizardry. You're not just going to spin around and be successful. There are going to be calculated action that you must put into play if you're going to get it to the next level. So what's the big idea? I'm going to give you 5 things. Here we go. Point number 1. This week, I want you to, instead of doing a to-do list, I want you to do a success list. A to-do list, real quickly here, is nothing more than a list of priorities. A list of priorities that you put the first ones that are important first and the next ones that are second. But can I tell you that you can accomplish your to-do list but still not be successful? Because the difference between a to-do list and a success list is targeted at fulfilling the purpose or the dream that you're aspiring to be. Now, I can hit my to-do list at work. I can counsel the Marines. I can log on to MOL, or perhaps you're a doctor. You can see 5 clients a day. But your dream is to become a musician. The to-do list you've accomplished. You've seen all your clients. But your success list will be the list that lists out the things that you need to do to actually become a musician. That's your success list. Oftentimes, people confuse with their to-do list with their success list because they confuse to do their task with actually fulfilling their purpose. You can accomplish your task at work, but if you're not put together a success list that's attributed to your purpose, that one thing that you want to be good at, then what are you doing? Again, I want you to do a success list this week. A list that is purposely created around building habits that produce extraordinary results. Next, paradigm shift. Success is a short race. It's a sprint. Success is a sprint fueled by discipline just long enough for habits to kick in and take over. I'm going to explain really quickly. We have the big picture goal that we want to accomplish. That can be quite daunting, like running 26 miles. However, if you look at success as a sprint and narrow that 26 miles down to I want to run it in 3 months, and then I'm going to do 5 miles a week to work up to that, now success becomes a small series of sprints and not just this big idea of 26 miles. Success is a sprint fueled by discipline just long enough to develop those habits within that routine, and then you systematically do it. I find that even when I do not want to get up to run or to work out, my body drags me out of the bed. My shoes are on, I'm going through the motion, and before I know it, my body is just reminding me of the things that I should be doing in the morning, like PTing, because I've developed a habit and the routine of doing it. Hold yourself accountable by establishing timelines. Here's the third. Give each habit enough time to develop. There are a lot of things to read out there that talks about 7 days, 21 days. The latest information out there I saw said it takes 66 days to develop a habit. So give yourself time to develop that habit. Number 4, build one habit at a time. Success is sequential, not simultaneous. Success is sequential, not simultaneous. Super successful people, they're not superhuman. They're no different than we are, but they've just developed routines and habits, and they do it one at a time. Effective routines with successful habits developed over a period of time, one at a time. Here's the last one. Don't just be a disciplined person. Rather, be a person that has a routine that allows you to develop powerful habits and use the discipline required to develop them. In closing, I just want to say this. Do not give yourself a pass. Hold yourself accountable to your goals. Hold yourself to the fire. And lastly, hold yourself accountable. Before we close today, I want to give you, businessman, doctor, lawyer, the opportunity to be introduced to Christ. He's the ultimate motivator. He's the ultimate inspirer. He's the one that has your destiny locked in. Will you pray with me today? Father, come into my life. Use me. Direct me. Give me the strength to be my best self. And I believe that if you receive into your life today, He'll bless your gifts. He'll bless your habits. And truly, you can get to the next level. I'm Franco Westry, and I want you to remember, motivation is the key. Dedication is the law. Sacrifice is necessary. God bless you.